All right, hello everyone and welcome. If you're in marketing, you know data is just everywhere. So today, we're gonna swap our marketing hats for detective hats. We're gonna learn how to crack the code and turn all that data into some seriously powerful decisions. Does this feel familiar? You've got mountains of reports, endless spreadsheets, but you have no real idea what any of it is actually telling you. Yeah, you are not alone. It's so easy to feel like you're drowning in a sea of numbers. But what if I told you we could learn to swim? To navigate all that data and find the absolute gems hidden just beneath the surface? Okay, so our first mission, and this is a big one, is all about a mindset shift. We're gonna stop collecting data just for the sake of it. From now on, we're thinking like detectives. Every number, every single survey response, it's a potential clue. It's a lead in our investigation to figure out what our customers truly want.
And this right here, this is our secret weapon. This is our magnifying glass for the whole investigation, the actionable insight. It's the huge difference between saying something vague like, we sold more stuff last month, and a powerful finding like, hey, this specific group of customers bought this product, so let's target them with this exact offer next time. See the difference? It's not just info, it's info that literally tells you what to do next.
Now, theory is one thing, but let's see how this actually works out in the wild. We're going to crack open the case files on how the top detectives at huge companies, I'm talking Tesco and HSBC, solve their biggest marketing mysteries.
First up, Tesco. Just imagine the giant pile of clues they get from every single swipe of a club card. It's an absolute goldmine of data. So let's see what their data detectives found when they finally started digging in.
So, their analysts start noticing this little pattern. Customers who were buying plant-based milk were super often grabbing gluten-free bread during the very same shopping trip. Okay, that's a kind of interesting clue, right? But so what? Does it actually mean anything?
And bam! This slide shows the magic perfectly. The insight was that these weren't random purchases. These were health-conscious shoppers on a mission. The action? So simple but so brilliant, just put the products closer together in the store. And the result? Well, sales went up, and, just as importantly, they got happier customers who felt like Tesco just gets them. Case closed.
And you know what? It's the exact same detective story over at HSBC. The clue was staring them right in the face from their customer feedback. The #1 complaint, by far, was waiting in those long lines. So they took action, brought in self-service kiosks, beefed up staff at busy times, but here's the genius part. They didn't just fix the problem. They turned that solution into a brand new marketing message. We value your time. They took a negative and spun it into a total positive.
But here's the cool thing. Finding clues isn't just about figuring out what happened in the past. If you analyze them the right way, those clues can basically become your marketing crystal ball. Yeah, you can actually use data to help predict the future. And no, you don't need any magic to do it.
This is all that forecasting really is. It's just using clues from the past, like historical sales figures, to make really smart, educated guesses about what's probably coming around the corner. It's all about preparing for the future instead of just constantly reacting to it.
And this table shows you exactly how it works. ASOS spots a data clue of 15% growth in sportswear. So what do? Their forecasted action isn't to just sit back and watch. It's to invest in more of that inventory right now and plan a campaign. Same thing with Costa Coffee. If they see data that a local population is growing, they don't wait for the lines to get crazy long. Nope, they adjust staffing and order more supplies ahead of time. It's all about being proactive, not reactive.
Okay, so you've launched your brilliant, data-driven campaign. The ads are live. Mission accomplished, right? High fives all around? Well, not quite. Now comes the really important part, the debrief. This is where we figure out if all our detective work actually, paid off. So let's take a look at this pretend Spotify campaign. On the surface, the report looks awesome. We got a ton of clicks, but hang on a second. Take a look at the number of people who actually signed up. Whoa, it's tiny in comparison. So what went wrong here? This brings us to what is, without a doubt, the single most powerful question in any data detective's toolkit. Every single time you see a number, high clicks, low sales, whatever it is, you have to force yourself to stop and ask this one simple question. So what? And the answer to that so what question is right here. The high clicks? That tells us the ad was great. It got people's attention. That's a win, for sure. But the low signups? Well, that's a clue that something broke later on. Maybe the offer wasn't good enough, or maybe the sign-up page was just a pain to use.
That insight is the key that lets us fix the real problem for the next campaign instead of just making the same mistake all over again.
One last thing, detective. Before you go rushing off to solve your next big case, we need to talk about the code. Every great detective has a code of ethics, and ours is all about responsibility, being transparent, and of course, the law.
Look, when you're handling people's personal information, the choice is pretty simple. You can be a data hero, or you can be a data villain. It really all just comes down to trust and respect. You get permission, you're open about what you're doing, and you protect their information like it's your own.
And remember, a huge part of that code is just being honest with your findings. Don't just cherry-pick the good data to make yourself look great. Honestly, reporting on what didn't work is often where the most valuable learning happens. This kind of integrity is not just good practice, it's the foundation of building long-term trust in your brand.
So now the case is in your hands. What data is sitting on your desk right this second? A sales report? Website analytics? Customer feedback forms? I want you to look at it with fresh eyes. What mystery is just waiting for you to solve? Go find those clues, turn them into action, and make a real impact. Good luck, detectives.